Johan, you told us you didn't say a lot to the players on Friday. What have you said to them since then, back in this week?
Again, not too much. I think the main thing is, like I told them, it's crucial that we learn from one or two things from the match. I think we had an opportunity right in the dying seconds to win it. If you look at the likes of Saracens and Exeter, they always find a way to win those games in the last minute. And I said to him, it's important that we train well this week and put that behind us, because the reality is there's nothing you can change about the past, but you can obviously control what you want to do today and going forward. And just make sure that we get our physical side and our mental side ready for a big challenge on Sunday.
And does it help that you've got a long week of preparation, that actually you can put a bit of extra hard work in at the start of the week and not so much worry about the consequences?
Yeah, it was great to have the 3 Fridays, especially having the wins in there. But the boys have to normally get the weekend off. But this was good. We had the extra day off on Monday because of it's a Sunday game. But then, like as you mentioned, we could have normally on a Friday game your weeks are quite compact and you don't get through much training. So on the Sunday game, there's a lot of times to go through the nitty-gritties. And also, again, it was good to get the guys away for 3 days, and they're going to have another day off tomorrow. So just, at this time of the season, it's that balance to try and get that right between, getting fresh, but also, getting through a lot of detail.
Willie Hines obviously came off with a head injury against Bristol. How is he?
He's fine. He's tracking well. He's just finished training and he's ticking all the boxes so far. He's been clearing all the tests. So at this stage, it looks like he will get over the line.
Oh, that's good news. Obviously, it was good to see him, sitting with the rest of the replacements, midway through the second half. So obviously, sort of at that point, you didn't think it was too bad a knock.
Yeah, no, we got the feedback that he was just dazed for a little bit on the field, but a few minutes or even during the game, everything was normal, and even the test after the match was they already passed the test after the match. So obviously the modern game has become very conscious of the players that and so I don't know. Sometimes maybe they can ask the player how he feels, but there's certain protocols and we have to abide to that, and it's good. That means he's ready for the next week.
Ollie Thorley still away with England on standby because of Jack Noel still a doubt. Great news for Ollie.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously he's been involved now with a few camps and always getting feedback from the coaches there, and he's a great person, like we've mentioned before. And every time you go to an international camp, you always learn and you always get tested. And the good thing for him is he's very close now. So we'll only know later this week what direction it will be. But even if he's not selected, hopefully he will be available for us on the weekend.
And have you noticed an increasing maturity about him, because he's having to run 2 lots of game plans in his head?
Yeah, it's testing you always. If you mix between two teams, that you're going to get tested. But I think he's comfortable in what we're doing, and we don't want him to change anything the way he's playing. It's just he must express himself and just play like we all know he can play, and he'll fit in easily. But obviously we hope that he get an opportunity that side as well.
What did you make of Harlequins' win over Bath? Because obviously Bath could have done you a favour there maybe, but Harlequins, they've got that knack, haven't they?
Yeah, credit to Paul Gascoigne and his whole coaching staff and to the team. They've played great rugby this last few weeks. They on a winning streak, and they are obviously a confident side, and they've regrouped and really played a good rugby. And for us, it's going to be a massive challenge. They're the side that came down here and beat us at home. So, things is up for Harlequins, and they're always a tough side. We've seen it on the weekend. They're not going to give up, so it's going to take a massive performance for us to go down and get a result.
And everyone seems to think that Exeter and Saracens, in terms of the Premiership, are clear as the top 2. I suppose Quins and yourselves are the ones trying to bridge that gap. How close do you think Harlequins are to being against a top 2 team?
Yeah, this competition, unfortunately, we've heard, learned that lesson on Friday. I don't think there's any team really, yes, the Exeters and the Saracens have set the trend, and they probably will still set the trend, just if you look at the quality that they've got and will get back. But, every team other than those two, I do believe can beat on the day them and any other team, so every team has improved. You look how condensed the lock is. You've seen so many different results over the last few weeks of teams. Sale lost, and then suddenly the weekend after they get a win, and it's all up and down. So it's on the day. It's on the day what team is executing the best, what team is handling the pressure the best. Small little things, like a few decisions. It's too late for us now, but obviously. We've been told that Jason Woodward never should have had a yellow card. It doesn't help us now. The result is gone and dusted. But those things happen, and then any team can beat any team, and that's why I say Harlequins has gone up. They pushing for those top two, and we're going to obviously try and stay in touch. But all the teams below us has got a lot of quality to on any given day beat any side.
Such fine margins. How's Charlie Sharples progressing?
Charlie as well is I think they're at the stage where they feel that the break in his and the surgery has healed up well. The only problem is he's got one or two niggles in a while when he started to run now that we're managing. So I think in theory he'll be ready and to be played this weekend, but obviously he hasn't played a lot of rugby and he hasn't trained with us a lot of contact sessions, so I would rather think he'll be more closer to match fit by next week.
And everyone else okay who's involved on Friday night?
Everybody else is good. Kieran Knight had a bit of a sore ankle that we're still managing, but I think come Thursday he'll be fine. The only sad news is Henry Trinder in yesterday's training torn his Achilles, so he's going to have an operation probably, and that's going to be quite a lengthy injury.
And that's really bad news for a player who last season showed actually what he can do, and that was probably his best season for a long time, having had so many injuries down the years.
Yeah, I feel really sorry for Henry. Just this season, he didn't play the last couple of weeks because of niggles that he had in his body, a sore wrist and a sore shoulder. And early in the season, he struggled with his Achilles, both sides. They managed him, and we got him through some games. But obviously, the ironic thing is, with the rest days that we had, with the week off that we had, he actually said he felt the best he ever felt on his Achilles on Monday, and then he went and just in a simple step he torn it. So I feel really for the guy, but hopefully everything will go well with his recovery.